A 350-hectare dairy conversion is currently underway near Invercargill in Southland. It's been designed as a commercial-scale dairy operation to act as a centre for science and research for the benefit of southern dairy producers.
We're trying to get ourselves into a position in the southern region, so Dunedin South, to have a good, strong demonstration facility. The business case we've done sees us with some research on site and some opportunity to add some scale to the research that's been done previously. We're doing something that nobody else is doing. So our intent is that this 350 hectare property will eventually have 800 cows in production, and those 800 cows will be run as 4 200 cow groups so that we can always have a fixed control group, 3 experimental groups or a combination thereof, and get on and do some work that hasn't been done before. The location was locked in place by our intent in terms of the secondary facilities we want to have in the future, and location, so giving us an opportunity to be close to Invercargill and close to the airport and close to a main highway. We've got our funding in place. We've got our business partners all agreed with where we're going. We have consents from the Regional Council for water and land use, etc. Finally have building consents for a cow shed, and all those things are now underway. I think it's year 4.5. It's been a wee while. When we started planning this project, we had a scenario where the industry was tracking at $5, $6, and during the period we've been over $8. Also during that period we've been $3.90, and we've cut our cloth. So we've certainly undone some things that we thought we were going to be doing. The cow sheds, the schedule at the moment says that it can accept stock on the 18th of May. So somewhere before then, hopefully we'll have some stock rolling in, and it'll probably be young stock initially. We're in the process of preparing to do the regrassing program and going forward from that. Yeah, we've got a bit of work to do in the next 4.5 months.
In terms of where we can capitalise on the scale, it's around when we're looking at some of animal health and reproductive performance of animals. We need a reasonable number of animals to be able to do that. But also because it's in a farm system, looking at much bigger areas in terms of, so commercial size areas for cropping and paddock sizes of paddocks and things like that. So it just means it's closer to what farmers are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. This resource here at the hub is really the opportunity to look at aspects of environment, animal performance, feeding, people, and also the financial performance of different systems in this cool, sometimes wet environment down here in the south. We've been able to work alongside the development team in terms of having input to the facilities that are here, the layout of the farm, so that we can integrate science into the farming operation, but hopefully with minimal impact on the day-to-day activities of the farm team. What we've got proposed for this winter, so winter 2017, is a crop feeding comparison. So I guess what we saw was a really good opportunity right at the start of the development of the hub to do some more detailed component work, which will then lead into the farm systems. So we've planted kale and fodder beet on, so that went into the ground before Christmas, and the plan is that we'll have around about 210 animals on each of the 3 treatments. So one group getting fodder beet at about 70% of the diet, another group getting fodder beet around about 90% of their diet, and then comparing that with kale and with the supplement of pasture silage or baleage alongside that. Fodder beet has been adopted really rapidly by farmers across the country over the last 7 or 8 years. What we want to look at is some of the carryover effects of feeding fodder beet in the winter on animal health and mineral nutrition, and also on reproductive performance. At this stage, the work is focused on the animal performance. However, there's an opportunity to be incorporating some of the findings out of other research programs around integration of or reducing the environmental impact of crops with catch crops. So further down the track we'll be looking at, well, how does that fit into the farm systems that we've got here? And then I guess once we also have the results of the effects of different fertiliser regimes on the crop agronomy and the quality, we'll look at then being able to implement that on the systems here as well. From an environmental perspective, the AgResearch team have been thinking with a lot of detail around what we could be doing in terms of this site here. Maybe there's some landscape design features that we could be looking at to look at attenuation of nutrients that might be moving, so things like wetlands or filters or things like that. For me personally, being involved in something like this, I guess having a dairy farm background but also science, yes, it's really exciting, and I think for the industry down here, the fact that we will have scientists, dairy farmers, community and other rural professionals all being able to get value from having this hub down in the region, yeah, it's really, really great to be part of the development.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.